gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Saw Monday Report. I'm your host, Rob Zagoric. Saw from the ashes. Mind-blowing, that's all I can say. My mind, it's been over a week, and my mind is still blown. It was so epic, but I do have to apologize for last Monday Night Report. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, but it was 2 days late. It came out on Wednesday. And because it's not a Wednesday night report, it's a Monday night report, I felt so bad. I could get shot for this, but I decided to give you the main event from Saw from the Ashes. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's history making. What a mind-blowing event. You'll never see a match like this again. It is, right now, my favorite match to date. Out of all the matches I've seen out of my 34 years, that's the most mind-blowing match I've ever seen. So I'm telling you, it's that good. Go watch it. Once you see that, you're not going to miss a Saw event ever again. But right now, first I want to get to you from Saw from the Ashes. I have the results. I'll go over the results with you right now. So the results from Sean Blay, the real Sean Blay, good friend of mine. He defeated Johnny Valentino with a guillotine submission. It was fantastic. Killed the guy. I'm so happy after that stunt he pulled here. So Jason Payne and Sergeant Commando. Sergeant Commando lost by pinfall after receiving your Freak Lord's new special move. He calls it the Mind Breaker. I've seen that a few times at the event. Diego's open challenge. Wow, that was so interesting. This guy from the Saw camps decided to step up. It's his first debut match, and it was against Diego DaVinci. Now, I'll tell you, I would not ever want to have my debut match against Diego DaVinci. So he come out with the cojones that he had, and he gave Diego, he went the distance. He gave Diego everything he had, and Diego beat him. And you know what? This is why I love Diego. What a stand-up guy. Raised his hand, told him good job, and sent that young man feeling like a superstar. And I'm sure we're going to see that. What was that guy's name? Matt Powers. Good guy, man, and my hat's off to him. But then, two schmucks from the back. I've never seen these guys before. One looked like Hexum 2, and the other one looked like Opie. They come out and they challenge Diego. Now that Diego, he never stops to astound me, man. What a great guy. You know, he stood up to both those men and he said, I'll take you both on. And what did he do? But he stood by his word and he took both those men out. Diego, if you were here right now, I'd give you a handshake. No, we give hugs around here. I'd give you a hug, my friend. And then we had his other half. I don't know, sometimes you could say maybe even the better half. Vinnie DaVinci defeats, again, Brad Hexum, but by the first time in any of their matches, he defeats him with a submission. It was a surfboard submission, one of the finest surfboard submissions I've seen. So, Vinny, if you're here, high five to you, man. That's a thumbs up. You put a like on that one. Ricky Ray Ross. Okay, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the Monday Report previous to this one, shut it off, go to that one, watch it, because this is going to spoil that in a moment. But Ricky Ray Ross outsmarts Brad Hexum. Brad Hexum has defeated everyone from the Battle Royal ladder match, and is the last one in the ring. But because it was right in my studio, said that anyone in Saw, and we all signed the papers, could win, that Ricky Ray Ross, with the brains he had, I'm glad he's going to be the new owner of Saw, because this guy's got some brains on him to figure this one out. But as Hexum is gloating, runs up the ladder, snatches the suitcase, and makes out, and is now the new owner of Saw. And because of that now, we have so many things have changed because of that. We're separated from the bank. Now we have a leader, a good leader that I believe he's going to be a great leader, and that now we need a new referee. Well, Ricky appointed our next guest and made him the new referee. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce CJ Cowboy.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are
nice
you?
to have you here.
You too?
Great to have you on the show, man. First time I met you was right at Saw from the Ashes.
Yes.
So you were the bell keep. Now
Yeah.
I see you're wearing the stripes.
Yes, I'm wearing the stripes.
Can you tell us what happened there?
Your referee at the main event, after the show, he said, I'm promoting you to referee. You're going to be the ref from now on. So, here I am.
That's awesome. Moving up the ranks real quick.
Yep, from timekeep to referee. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you find Saw? What made you? Where are you from?
Well, I'm from southern Alberta, a good old little hick town called Cardston, Alberta, and I went to Lethbridge and went into wrestling there for indie company, and well, I left Alberta and came here to Ontario, and I heard about Saw, and I'm like, hey, all right. So I met you once before, and you weren't you were deciding on some stuff and didn't know where things were going, so you said I'll keep in touch, and then just before the show, and I found out that you're having another show back after so long, so here I am.
Sweet. So you're gonna. How do you feel about gonna be repping the next event?
I'm excited to get back in the ring, give it another whirl.
Yeah. So heard through the grapevine. I gotta wait till confirmation from Ricky Ray Ross, but supposedly the next show is around the end of March.
Awesome.
So you're gonna be repping very soon. That's less than 2 months away.
I'm looking forward to it.
And yeah. So yeah, it was really nice of Ricky Ray Ross to promote you. And so how did that happen? He just
came to the I saw him a few days ago, and because after the main event of Saw Rise of the Ashes, and I saw him because I tried to find him after the show, and he went out the back door and took off in the car, and and then I just saw him a couple of days ago, and he goes, "Hey, you're the timekeeper," and I said, "Yes, I am." He goes, "Cowboy CJ, I'm gonna make you the next referee. You're a ref."
So you think you could handle the job?
Oh, I sure can. I'm looking forward to it.
So you ref before?
I have. When I was back in Alberta, I refed for an indie company called PZW, which is Power Zone Wrestling, and well, my promoter at that time decided to step back and call her quits.
Oh, well.
So I've been dying to get back in the ring and just get in there and give it a shot.
Well,
Get back in there, and apparently I guess I fell off the bike now. I'm getting back on.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Well, here's the Harley Davidson. So.
Yeah.
Well, nice to have you on the show.
Well, thank you.
And we'll see you on the end of March, I guess.
Yeah.
I got to get confirmation on the date, but we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, now I have a very good personal friend of mine coming out here. He won against the infamous Brad Hexum that destroyed my set. So good for him. Did tremendously in the Battle Royal ladder match. Without further ado, let me introduce Vinnie DaVinci.
Hey,
Vinnie, man, good to see you, man. Yeah.
Hey, Jody, nice.
Hey, how's it going?
Cowboy.
So, how you feeling after Saw from the Ashes?
I'd be lying to you if I told you that I was a little beat up, but I think everybody got their butts handed to them after that.
Nice, yeah, definitely.
2 matches, one after another, me and Hexum, then the Battle Royal ladder match. Yeah, man.
So, Yeah, you guys had the Battle Royal ladder match. You had a match against Brad Hexum. You defeated Brad Hexum. What was your strategy in a Battle Royal ladder match?
Okay, so I came out pretty late in the match.
Yep.
It was like me, then Commando, and then Hexum. So it was like near the end, which was, I'm grateful. It was all randomized. I don't know how the banks decided the order, but thank God, I just finished the match with Hexum. And then next thing you know, boom, main event. And I came out pretty late, so Diego was still out there. He started, made it. He was still out there, so I went with Familia. I said, Diego, I seen him, the power bomb. You remember the power bomb?
Epic.
I tried.
Another
so
spoiler,
hard.
ladies and gentlemen. Go watch that video.
I tried so hard, Rob, to block this thing. Okay, I tried.
Yeah,
I got right in there, and Diego, boom, power bomb, ladder, Sula Testa right in the head, man. Unbelievable. I tried to stop it, but my whole strategy
believe that you
was.
still can get up after that. Like
It's
what an
Diego,
animal.
man. My cousin's the Energizer Bunny. He keeps going and going and going. You tell him to slow down, he
That's
speeds
no
up.
lie.
That's Diego. You just recently met him, but that's.
He's an
I
animal.
love you, brother. Yeah.
He's an animal.
But honestly, Robbie, my whole strategy, just kind of put wraps on this. My whole strategy was to stick with Diego and just make sure that the wrong guy didn't win that match. And I did what I could. When it got down to the final four, once Diego was out, Hexum threw Diego out. Me and Valentino, and when it came down to me and Hexum, we went out. We went over the top rope together. He held on, and I hit the floor, and that was it.
Well, but there's no blame in that. I seen the one time you hung on there with your life, and was inches from the mat.
1 foot touched the floor. 1 foot touched the floor, and Ricky Ray Ross seen that. You're still in. I fought back in. I got in. I didn't let go of the ropes. I did what I could, But I'm so happy, Rob. I am so happy, Cowboy, that Ricky Ray Ross did what he did. I know you mentioned that earlier, and maybe we'll get into that a little bit more later, but I'm so happy because when Hexum threw me out and I thought he had this match, and I even had to ask the fans, I had to ask all the fans, I said, who won? What happened? I was out. I hit my head off the floor, I rung my bell, that was it. And they told me, they said, the ref, I was so relieved. So relieved because if Hexum would have won that match, if he would have got the ownership of this company, that's it. It would have been Sinute, done.
So you don't think there's no way Hexum could have ran this company?
He would have lined his pockets, that greedy guy that he is. He would have lined his pockets and he would have got out, and that's it. He doesn't care about us. Brad Hexum does not care. He cares about himself. I don't even think he cares about Josh Bennett. I don't think he cares about it's Hexum.
So what do you think of Ricky Ray Ross? Is the guy for the job, or?
Absolutely. I've known Ricky Ray Ross for a very long time. When I had my car accident in 2009, the guy was sitting shotgun. He's such a tender-hearted person, Rob. He's a good guy. He loves this company. He's reffed so many of my matches, and he's always called it down the middle. That's one guy that's not biased. That's one guy that if me or Diego wouldn't have won the match and took the title, got the deed of the company, Ricky Ray Ross is the one guy that, thank God he did it. Ricky, thank you, man. Thank you for doing what you did. You saved this company.
So I guess that says it all. So I believe that you do believe that Ricky Ray Ross is the person for the job.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely happy that he won and not Hexum. But it's a big task, especially for someone who repped for so long. Now he runs a company. Maybe a red flag here, but as a person with heart, I know him for years. His heart's in the right place. He loved the guys. He loves what he does. I don't know how he could give up repping to be the boss, but if he loved it so much that, maybe he could just make everything better even for the referees and stuff. And you know what? He'll be the best guy to have your back because now you're in his old world.
Yep.
He's your boss.
Yep.
So you probably got the best position out of everybody.
I'm grateful that like being timekeeping, seeing him just out of the blue and seeing him up there and grab the briefcase, it was like, what? The referee? Like that was something, total shock.
I don't think that has ever happened in history.
No.
You got some shoes to fill, man.
I know
that's all I'm saying.
I know I do. This is good.
Yeah, you seem like a great guy, and I think you'll be able to fill in the position quite well. Glad to have you on board.
Thank you.
And we got Ricky Ray Ross as the boss.
That's a good thing.
I'm a poet and didn't know it. But anyways, so get back to you, my guest. What's next? What's on your list?
Whatever Ricky wants, man. Whatever Ricky wants. I trust him. He's not going to give me an easy match. He's not going to punish me. But whatever he wants to throw at me. As far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done with Hexum for now. If a title is on the line, I will lock up with him again. But after all the stuff that he said, and I never won a match with a submission in my life. That was desperation at that point. I missed that 450 splash. I jacked up my ankle really bad. I'm okay. I'll be good for the next show. I'll be well good before that. But my main move didn't work, and I had to do something different. I had to think outside the box, spur of the moment, put him in there, held on for dear life, fought with him, and when he tapped, never in my career with Hexum, the whole time he and I have been battling back and forth, that something like that ever happened. So for him to tell me he's going to put me in my place, basically what I'm trying to say is Hexum, you submitted in that match. Don't come crying back. Move on. Do your own thing. There's a lot of guys in this locker room that I'm looking forward to working with. So if you guys want to step up and challenge me, I'll do what Diego did last time. If you guys want to step up and challenge me, now's your opportunity. I will take on anyone in Superior Wrestling. New, old, present, past, whatever. I'm up for it.
Beautiful. So we have another open challenge from another DaVinci, and that from the first one it doesn't seem to disappoint. So beautiful. Thank you guys for coming out. Have a safe trip back.
Action.
So ladies and gentlemen, that was CJ Cowboy or Cowboy CJ. I always get that one wrong. I don't know why. Maybe I should just call him CJ Cowboy from now on. And Vinnie DaVinci, and that was a great interview with the two of them. Subscribe, YouTubes, Facebooks. Peace. Next Monday. See you there.
It's about my tongue and hold my breath. Get to what I and make a mess. Quietly. over.